The whole world is watching with bated breath the events in the Middle East, which have already claimed tens of thousands of civilian lives. The fact that the current war will be the most terrible, bloody, and prolonged in the history of the Jewish state is no secret to anyone, including the leaders of the Western world. For almost a month, the Israel Defense Forces have been trying to break the backbone of Hamas, but as we see, all these attempts fail, causing much more damage to the Israeli army itself. After the start of the first phase of the Israeli army's ground operation in the Gaza Strip, it became clear why the Israeli military leadership so carefully postponed the day of the invasion. The fact is that the Israeli forces that invaded the northern part of the Gaza Strip suffered huge losses in manpower and heavy equipment. At the same time, it is necessary to take into account the fact that the Israeli army has not dared to enter large Palestinian settlements. Military experts noted this as a bad sign for the Israel Defense Forces. Even carpet bombing of the northern part of the Gaza Strip, which was practically wiped off the face of the earth, did not help the Israeli army avoid heavy losses. Moreover, one of the leaders of Hamas, Ali Barak, officially confirmed the failure of the Israeli army's ground operation in the Gaza Strip. According to him, the Israeli forces suffered huge losses in manpower and heavy equipment and were forced to retreat. At the same time, videos of destroyed Israeli Merkava tanks and other heavy equipment began to appear more and more often on the network. However, despite this, the Israeli side still refuses to voice the true losses of the Israel Defense Forces. Thus, military experts summed up the results of the first phase of the Israeli army's ground operation in the Gaza Strip. And these results are very disappointing for the Israeli side. According to experts, the first phase of the ground operation was only a reconnaissance battle. The Israeli military command tried to probe the capabilities of Hamas militants. And the fact that Israel suffered huge losses without even entering large Palestinian settlements indicates that the Hamas militants were very well prepared for this war. It is reported that during the invasion, the 84th Rapid Response Brigade, Javadi, under the command of Colonel Eliad Mayor, suffered the greatest losses. The Reconnaissance and Sabotage Brigade of the Israeli Navy, Shayatet 13, also suffered huge losses in manpower. At the same time, it is noted that one of the units of the Israeli Army Brigade under the designation Golani was completely destroyed by Hamas militants. According to preliminary data, the losses of the Israeli army already number several thousand people killed and wounded. However, Israel still does not officially confirm or deny these data. Meanwhile, the Iranian media are spreading information that during the Israeli army's invasion of the northern part of the Gaza Strip, U.S. Marines also took part in this operation. It is reported that the United States Marine Corps also suffered heavy losses in manpower and was forced to retreat. Commenting on what is happening, military observer and senior Middle East correspondent, Seth Franzman, said that the failure of the first phase of the ground operation is one of the reasons why Israel is postponing the start of a large-scale invasion of the Gaza Strip. Recent events have clearly shown that Israel is not in a position to fight not only on 6 fronts, but even on 2 fronts. The fact is that a large-scale military operation in the Gaza Strip will not only fail to bring the destruction of Hamas, but at the same time will force third-party forces to enter the war. Hezbollah and Yemen's Houthis have already begun firing cruise missiles at Israel, making it clear to Tel Aviv that they are ready to invade the Jewish state at any moment. These rocket attacks have already forced the Israeli authorities to evacuate most of the population of northern Israeli cities. Moreover, Washington also understands the seriousness of the situation. Americans are well aware that if third-party forces enter the war against Israel, American military bases in the Middle East will be wiped off the face of the earth. And this factor is perhaps one of the main reasons why Tel Aviv has not yet launched a large-scale offensive on the Gaza Strip.